our worst ever financial day was the first Tuesday in February of 2025. This year, hoping we're going to put plans in place to be busy. Absolutely horrendous weather at the moment, and that will affect us. Have a glass of wine, have like 3 dishes, and probably get out for like 40 quid. Obviously, being a pub you have to drive to is tough, because you have to reinvest in the business. Otherwise, you just stand still. You've got to keep thinking. You've got to keep thinking outside the box, and you've got to keep doing things that will get more customers in. Welcome back to the Pub Diary podcast with me, Rody May. So this episode is going to be a bit lighter. I'm conscious that the last couple of episodes have been a bit heavy, a bit doom and gloom. So I wanted to do something a bit more positive this week, something a bit more upbeat. Now, running a pub isn't easy, but there's a lot going right at the moment as well. So this episode is going to be about, despite the challenges, we're still genuinely excited about this year and where it's going to take us. And let's focus on what we can do rather than what we can't really affect, what we can't do anything about at the moment. So we've got lots of plans for this year. We've got lots of ideas. And I'm going to run through a few of them with you and how I see certainly the industry around where we are, how it's kind of changing at the moment and how we are having to kind of adapt to that and the ideas we've got to try and adapt to that. But I will start with, it's not doom and gloom I'm going to start with. I thought I might as well just give you an update on how our January was. I'd love to hear from other landlords and other establishments about how your January was. We were slightly down on 2025, only very, very slightly. So not all bad. In fact, it was a better January than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be worse than that with everything that's going on at the moment. So I was pretty pleased with how January went. And then we come into February, and so the first Tuesday of February was a shocker. Let's see, the first day of February was a Sunday, which is a right result because Sundays, we're always fully booked on Sundays. So Sundays are always a good financial day. Monday wasn't too bad. Tuesday, we took barely anything all day, but I think under 200 quid, something like that. And when the figures came through, I looked at it, I thought, that has got to be our worst financial day ever. It just has to be our worst financial day ever. But then I looked back, and it wasn't. And weirdly, our worst ever financial day was the first Tuesday in February of 2025. So our 2 worst financial days are both the first Tuesday of February. I'd love to know from other establishments, from other places, how was your first Tuesday of February? Was it as bad as ours? But then we had a really good Wednesday. Our steak night's on Thursday, so again, another good financial day. Yesterday was a great day. We had a big party of 22 in the back. Doctors from our local hospital at Stoke Mandeville. They come, well, I say every year, they've come in this is their 3rd year they've been in, which is amazing. And then we've got, today, the rugby's on. I think we've got 80 covers booked today, which is huge for us. And then we're nearly fully booked for Sunday as well. So this is kind of what happened last year. Last year at this point, I was really panicking because I thought, shit, no one's coming. We're not making any money. And then we put together all these plans of how we were going to make more money. Valentine's Day came along. We had a great Valentine's Day. And then literally from Valentine's Day till the end of August, it was non-stop. We were busy pretty much the whole time. And you kind of forget. And then you fall off the cliff in September. And then you start thinking, I do remember what it's like to be quiet. But this year, hoping we're going to put plans in place to be busy and not just be busy. When we're busy, be busier. And I think that's where I've fallen down a bit. Things like bank holidays. We're always busy on bank holidays. Of course, we're busy on bank holidays. It's bank holidays. But let's be busier. Let's absolutely milk it for as much as we possibly can. And that's what we're doing this year. That's the focus this year. So that's kind of where we're going. Sorry, I've kind of actually, having said it wasn't going to be doom and gloom, I did start a little bit doom and gloom, but I feel like I'm more positive as I speak. So that's the most important thing. I've got some notes here that I want to talk about. So what has felt different this year? I kind of already really touched on that. Really, January felt really good. Dry January is interesting. I don't see it as being much of a thing anymore. Certainly around our way, London might feel differently, but I just think because more people don't drink anyway, so dry January isn't such a massive thing. It used to be a big thing because everyone drunk, so to have a month off was shit, I'm in a month off. But nowadays, so many more people choose not to drink, which is why we have such a big selection of low and no drinks on the bar. In fact, ever since we've opened, we've had Lucky Saint on the bar, we committed to having a non-alcoholic draft on draft, and obviously we've now got several options in the fridge as well. We cater for non-drinkers really well here, I feel. But like I say, Dry January didn't. I don't think that affected us in any way. Atmosphere-wise, the pubs felt exactly the same. The doom and gloom of January, I don't know. Other than the weather being really crap at the moment, and January wasn't great, but February, it looks like it's going to be an absolute stinker. I think that weather definitely affects us because we're a walker's pub. There's a beautiful walk up the top of Coombe Hill that you can go on, which kind of like ends at the pub, and obviously people not walking affects us. But to be fair, this week we still had people out walking and coming in. I mean, they were drenched, and I felt sorry for them. But absolutely horrendous weather at the moment, and that will affect us. But other than that, I haven't really noticed many difference. I'll kind of get onto it, but I feel like there's a shift in the way people spend their money and the way people want to come out to eat. So ever since we opened the pub, we've been very specific. So if you've ever been to the pub, the front area is a bar, and then the back area is a restaurant, and that's going to be the biggest change we're trying to make this year. This year, we want the pub to be a whole pub. So when you come in and get your drink, you can go and sit anywhere you want in the pub, and we're reflecting this in the menu. Our new menu, which launches February the 25th, I want to say, is a large extensive menu of a mixture of size dishes. So small plates, medium plates, large plates, priced from like £3. I think the most expensive one, I think, is £15. But there's loads in between. Loads of small plates, loads of cold stuff, loads of hot stuff, loads of meat options, loads of fish options, loads of vegetarian options. And so basically, you can come here, have a glass of wine, have like 3 dishes, and probably get out for like 40 quid. Whereas you don't feel like you have to come and have 3 courses. And like a family of 4 don't feel like they have to come in and like spend. I mean, I know what it's like to go out for a family. It costs a bloody fortune. So they don't feel like they have to come here and spend 150 quid and sit down and have a really kind of formal meal. They can come in, have some bits on the table, and then just go. They don't feel like they have to have a dessert or to make it like a meal. And I might be wrong. Maybe that isn't what people want, but that's how I feel people want these days. That's what, from a customer's point of view, I think that's going to work much better for us. If it doesn't work, we'll just change it. But that's the direction we're going in. I'm really excited about a menu. Our head chef Lee's written the menu. We've kind of signed it off this week. So we'll hopefully be launching it on socials in the next couple of weeks. We're closed on the Monday. So basically our new menu week, we close on the Monday for the guys to prep it all. We close on the Tuesday because they cook everything off for the staff for us to taste it. So everyone knows everything about the food. And then the Wednesday, we go live with it. And that's how it's going to work. But it's a real change and shift in direction for us. And I'm very excited to see how it works and kind of like the buzz we get from it. Alongside that new menu, we'll still be doing our steak night on Thursdays, which is, touch wood, always booked up, always booked out. It's a very, very popular steak night. But I'm going to change the drink offering. Well, I'm going to add a drink offering, which I don't think anyone's really doing around here. So this might be a massive mistake, and I'd love people's thoughts on this. But I'm going to start doing free-flowing wine. So red wine, white wine, Italian sparkling, 90 minutes whilst you have your booking, basically. So you can stay here for 90 minutes. I think we'll have a set menu. So it'll be there'll be sections of the menu, 2 from here, 2 from here, 2 from here, and 90 minutes of free-flowing wine for a set price. That set price I haven't quite come up with yet, but we will do. And that will be Fridays and Saturdays. And I'm in an iron about whether to do it on steak night or not. And we probably won't do it on Sundays. I did think about doing it with the Sunday roast, but I don't think we're going to do that now. So that, again, is another kind of exciting addition to the pub. And I'm very excited to see how that works, how people embrace it, if it's a massive mistake, if it's a massive winner. But to go with it, events we've got planned. So this is the other thing I want to talk about. So we've never had music in this pub, other than we did a Oktoberfest in our first year in 24, which was a massive success. But planning wise, I left it way too late, and I did it all. Although I hate doing things at the last minute, I always do things at the last minute. Anyway, it was a great success. It was great, and the music worked really well. So Saturday nights, I've committed, and this is it's costing quite a bit of money, but we're having music every Saturday night from March through to the end of April inside the restaurant. So you can come here, eat your tapasy style food, do the 90 minutes free-flowing wine if you wish as well, and listen to hopefully some great kind of background-ish music. It's going to be quieter music. It's not going to be really loud. It's just going to be there, but it's going to be really good live music. And then from May to the end of August, weather depending, again, I've booked music every single Saturday night, an act, 2-hour sets, hopefully outside. If not, we'll have to get an undercover area somewhere, but logistics of that I'll think another time. We're going to have food outside, like simple stuff, smash burgers, pulled pork sandwiches, that kind of stuff, alongside all the other tapasy stuff that we do inside as well. And we're going to really, really try and make the garden a place to be in the local area. Come, listen to live music, eat some great food, have some drinks, and that's where I feel we're going. That's what I feel we've got to do. Yes, it's going to cost some money to get these acts in and to pay, but the old speculate to accumulate line. I don't think it's ever been more apt. Really, you've got to. If you want, you can't. We could sit here and just assume people will come, and they will. But I want more people to come. I just want the place to have a proper buzz for as many nights as possible, and that's kind of where we're at. And then we've got bank holidays, which I haven't really even kind of planned out yet, but I need to, because May's coming around really quickly. February's a short month. It'll be gone, and then we'll be into April, Easter, and then just a year. And I don't want to wish the year away. So another initiative, another thing I've started this week. This came out of nowhere, really. But last week we did a darts marathon for Macmillan, charity darts marathon, 12 till 12, trying to score 100,000 points. And we also did a tournament, which was mostly staff, I've got to say, but there were quite a few locals in as well. And darts is huge at the moment. I love darts. So I've now decided that Mondays and Tuesdays, because we don't really use the back restaurant, so the dartboards are in the back restaurant. Mondays and Tuesdays is going to be darts night at the Russell Arms. Darts tournament. So I'm going to run 2 tournaments. One monthly tournament. So on the first Monday of the month, everyone who's in the tournament, I'll do a draw. It'll be a knockout tournament, and then the last Monday of the month will be semi-finals and finals night. And you can play your matches any point through that month, and like I say, and then the winners will be decided. And then we're also going to do a 2-month kind of like box league. So we'll split everyone up into different abilities, and then they'll be in a box league, and that'll run for 2 months. So I'm really hoping Mondays and Tuesdays we can get a buzz going in the back room with darts, drinking, and people eating some food as well. And it'll be kind of, I don't know. I really hope people embrace it and love it. Darts is huge at the moment. There's an amazing darts facility in Haddenham, which is about 20 minutes that way, called Bradmore Farm. It's amazing. If you love darts, then that is definitely an amazing place to go. We're obviously much smaller, but we've got 2 boards, and I think we can make a real success of it. So I'm excited to see how that goes as well. So that's another one of the plans we've got going for this year. I can't think of it. What else have we got going on? So that's the other thing we're doing on some Tuesday nights is one Tuesday of every month we're doing like a paint and was it sip and paint and prosecco? I don't know. Basically, a company comes in, they take over the room. We don't really get involved in it. They come in with a painting. You book your place. They supply all the gear, and you paint what they're telling you to paint, and they give you help. They help you do it. You have a few drinks while you're doing it, and it's like a brush party. That's what it's called. So we're doing those as well, which again, hopefully, will kind of get people going, get people excited, and it's just another event, isn't it? I've kind of come to the conclusion, because this is a community pub, we need to do more community stuff here. It's just whether we can get it done and get it supported. Like getting people out on a midweek is tough sometimes. You've kind of really got to throw something out there, but this will be good. And it's not just about locals. We've got we've got Wendover down there. We've got Prince's Risborough over there. We've got Stoke Mandeville over there. We've got a nice area. We've got Kimball as well. We've got a nice area to try and bring people in and be that pub that people go to. But obviously, being a pub you have to drive to is tough. It is tough because you want to sell boots because you're a pub, but obviously people have to drive here, so it is quite difficult. And that's kind of like the challenging part, is being that destination pub that people have to drive to. But just seeing the bookings today on the Saturday, because the rugby's back today as well. The rugby being back is huge, because the bar will be hopefully packed today whilst people watch England Wales. So sport is a great shot in the arm for pubs, and of course we've got the World Cup this year as well. Now, the Russell Arms isn't a massive sporting pub; it's just not really set up for it, but we've got the Garden, and the first year we took over was 2024, where we had the Euros. And I thought about putting a big screen out in the Garden. I never did it. It always came in a bit too expensive. But I'm thinking again that we should potentially go there and do that. I just need to double check when the matches are, because there's no point doing it if they're like playing at 2:00 in the morning, because we can't have people in the Garden at 2:00 in the morning. So I'll look into that as well. That's another thing I'm looking at. But again, it's all money, and I just haven't got the spare money in the account anymore. It's really everything's really tight. It's really tight at the moment. So, when I just haven't got the spare money. We've invested a lot in the place. We've put whole new furniture in. We bought a really expensive coffee machine, and that's kind of where the money's gone a bit. I've spent a lot of money outside on furniture, and I just need to be a bit careful for the first couple of months of this year, just to make sure that we're going to be all ready, to make sure the wages are paid. Basically, that's kind of wages and rent, and obviously suppliers. Just need to make sure that we're up to date with that and getting that sorted, and then everything else. Hopefully, if we had a good couple of months, then we can start looking at that maybe in kind of April. If there's anything spare, we can start reinvesting in the business, because you have to reinvest in the business. Otherwise, you just stand still. You've got to keep thinking. You've got to keep thinking outside the box, and you've got to keep doing things that will get more customers in, I think, anyway. Now, I'm conscious this has kind of like been just talking about my pub, and the whole idea of this podcast is to get other people on from other pubs to talk about their pub and to talk about their experiences. So please, anyone out there who's watching this and wants to come on and talk about their pub, and talk about their experience currently in hospitality and their experience they've had throughout however long they've been in it, I'd love to get you on. I'd love to get people on. Just need to be available kind of Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays are the best time to film them, in the mornings from like 10 o'clock till 11. Sit down, we'll have a chat, and we'll just film the podcast. It's really relaxed. There's no pressure. We just have to sit down, have a chat, and obviously record it whilst we're doing it. You won't even know the camera's there. So even if you feel like you can't sit in front of a camera, you can. You'll be absolutely fine. So please let me know if you want to come on. So I think that's kind of me done for this episode, really, because I feel like I've explained everything that we're up to, and I didn't want to really talk about the problems too much. Like I say, I feel like the last two episodes have been quite downcast, so I wanted to be a bit up and to let you know that I am feeling positive about this year. We've got a great team. We've got a great group of chefs. We've got a great new menu coming out. We do a great steak night. We still do one of the best Sunday roasts around, if not the best. Obviously, that's my opinion. And we've got loads of exciting things happening at the pub, and I just need to shout about it more. I need to be better on social media. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? Like, that social media is my job, but I'm so rubbish at promoting the pub, which is why we've also taken on someone to manage that for us as well. So, and that's going really well. That's going really positively. Like, all the numbers are looking great. So the more we can do of that, the more we can get out to the local area and let people know what we're up to here at the Russell Arms, the better. So that's kind of where we're at. It's been a bit of an update on the year for me, really. So in closing, I'll just say, anyone who's kind of battling out there, if you can, keep on going. I don't know. I mean, I feel I'm daft giving advice to other publics, because I haven't been doing this very long. So it's not advice. It's just a It's just some support. Keep going. I'm not giving anyone advice. I'm just saying, keep going. It is tough. There's hard days. There's no doubt about that. But right now, I feel like for us, there's a real sense like the pub's moving in the right direction. I can feel the light at the end of the tunnel, and it makes a difference for everyone in the community. Pubs are great for the local community. So keep going. Everyone needs to keep going. Keep going. So if you're watching this as a punter, keep going to your local pub. I know it's expensive, but keep going. Keep meeting people there. Go and play darts. Go and play pool. If there's a big match on, go and watch the big match. Even going there and buying 2 pints will help people massively. And while you're there, have something to eat. Why not? Just a bowl of chips or something. So, yeah. Everyone just needs to keep going, and we'll hopefully we'll get through it. Hopefully we'll have an amazing summer. England will win the World Cup. Everyone will be happy, and we'll all end up, even if we don't make money, we'll survive. And then roll on 2027, and then it'll be Christmas, and we all make money at Christmas, don't we? Should do. And then yeah, everyone will be happy. And then we've got January again. Let's not wish the year away though. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to see some questions that potentially I can answer in the next podcast as well. That would be great. If you've got any questions for me that you want me to answer, please let me know, and I will try to answer them maybe in next week's pod. Next week, I'm really hoping my wife will come on. I'd love to do a podcast with her. I've kind of got the whole thing set out for when she's on. So if we can get that filmed next week, we will. That'll be next week's. But other than that, it'll be me again, or hopefully we'll get another public on as well. Thank you very much. Take care. Really appreciate you watching.